So you've got your great idea for a new e-commerce business. And what we're going to be doing today is running through some of the numbers that contribute to your business success. You see, running an e-commerce business is actually quite expensive, and there's a lot of costs that sometimes we don't think about or we underestimate. And so we've got a spreadsheet tool here that we're going to be running through to see how much money you have in your pocket at the end of the day. So what we're going to be doing here is running through a few of those costs just to see how much money we have in our pocket at the end of the day. So I'm going to walk through this table and then we're going to put in our fictional colouring book product here and see how it stacks up. Now just so you know, column C, we have a few percentage benchmarks, and so we're going to be using those as kind of a thermometer to see how our business in column B stacks up, because we know that these work well. So start from the top. We have orders, average order value, which is based on this cell here, G5, which make our total sales. So if we have 10 orders at 30 each, that's £300. Let's put that back to 1. So of that, at least in the UK, we're going to be paying 20% VAT. So that's money that we don't get. Now, if you're in the US, the tax rules are different. And so what we're going to be basing this calculator on is the gross sales, so everything excluding VAT. So in our case, it's the £30 minus the 6, leaving us 24. So we're basing everything on the 24. Now, next section here, this is some discounts and some costs that we're going to incur. So we put our discount here at 10%. So that's £2.40. So this is money that we're going to be giving off, for example, for welcome offers and things like that. And so you can see here that our benchmark is 12%. So we're in a good range, and the green here represents that. Then returns, we've got a colouring book, so returns probably aren't going to be too high. But in any case, we've put 5% here just to be safe. And again, that's under. Now, if you had a different product that there's more of a likelihood of it being returned, like say clothing, then this could be anywhere, up to say 20%. And so if that's the case for your business, then we can change that and it's going to update it there. But for this one, we're going to keep it at 5%. So then we've got our net sales. So our net sales is our gross sales minus the discounts, minus the returns, leaving us £20.40, which as a percentage is 85%. So the next section is looking at cost of goods sold, or COGS, product costs. And this comes from this section over here. Now, so what we've got is our product here. The recommended retail price is 30. So for example, if this was 50, and you can see the numbers update. Now, our cost here is getting pulled from the total. So our cost is 6. We're going to put this to 10 just to illustrate a few points. So let's say it costs us 10. Our margin is 20, 30 minus 10, which means as a percentage, that's 66%. So we can see here that our COGS is £10 on this one order. So then we're on to different levels of margin contributions, how much money we're making off each section of the sales process. So we were on £20.40 for our net sales, minus the 10 for the cost of product. That leaves us £10.40, which is a 51% against net sales. So we're under there. So that's something we need to look at after. It's in the red, so we need to look at it. Next section is marketing. So what we've got here is here's the cell that you'd like to edit. So this is percentage against total sales. So our total sales is the £30 here. And for this, it's a bit easier to work from because our total sales is what's reported in Facebook, it's what's reported in Google. So I'm going to put 10% here of our cost of sales, which leaves £3 per order, which isn't incredibly high, but it's something we can look at again afterwards. But we're within a good range. You can see we're at 15%, our benchmark 16, so we're in a healthy range. And that brings us to margin contribution 2. So again, we're taking our margin contribution 1, minusing off our £3, which leaves us £7.40, which is 36% of net sales. So our target's 45, so again, we're in the red. So we're going to take a look at that after. And then finally, we're on to logistics. So this is pick, pack, and shipping. So what I've put in here, and this is a kind of a pound, a dollar number here. You can change this. I've put in £5 per order. This is going to be different for depending on the size and weight of your product and how many orders you ship. But just for this illustration, I'm going to put in £5, which as a percentage is 25%, which is quite high. Our target's 15, so you can see we're way over there. And then finally, we're down to margin contribution 3, which is, if we look at the formula, £7.40 minus the £5 leaves us £2.40, which as a percentage of our net sales is 12%. So again, we're below the 30. So start to take a look at how we can fix some of these red cells here. So the first one is our product cost. So right now our cost our margin is 66%. So we sell the product for 30, it costs us 10. So let's try dropping this down to say 8 and see how this affects the numbers. Okay, we've got a couple more greens here. You can see that still in the green there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We're in line there. And we can see the major red sections are down here, kind of with the in the logistics section in this margin contribution 3. As we can see that as a percentage of net sales, we're at 25%, which is too high. So what we need to do is somehow get this net sales, get our average order value up to a point where this goes to the green, so we're making more money at the bottom there. So either we could increase the cost. So maybe let's try £35. Okay, so that's one way. This is still a bit high. You can see we're still in the red there, but our bottom line is at 30%, which is actually pretty good, and that's helped by some of these bigger green numbers here. So let's say we can't increase our product or the retail price for some reason. What we could do is, let's say we're selling some coloring pens. All right, I'm just going to copy these numbers down so they work out. Let's say they cost us £1. We're selling them for 7. So what we can see here is that the coloring book margin is 73%. Coloring pens has got a higher margin at 85, so that brings the average total up. So this is another way that we can get our average order value up and positively affect our bottom line. Now we can see that our shipping costs or our logistics costs at the bottom, it's still on the high side, but we've kind of compensated for that in some of these other areas. So there's a few ways there of how we can measure and put some numbers behind our e-commerce business ideas and how we can solve some of the issues that we come across, either with increasing our retail price, reducing our cost, or adding in additional products to get our AOV up and get our bottom line, cash in our pocket up, because that's what we want to do at the end of the day. We want to have a profitable business. So hopefully that's helpful, and we'll be back with some other tools soon.